Mom, listen. I've told you. I've told you a million times. I don't want to work there. I don't want to work there anymore, Mom. I don't want to do it. Is that okay with you? Mom, not that I don't enjoy these talks, but Mom, you're really stressing me. You always bring that up. Every time I have a conversation with you, you bring that up. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, that I understand. Oh. Why do you have to bring that up, Mom? Why? It's in the past. It's in the past. I don't know why. Listen, every time I talk to you, you keep up bringing up the same shit, and I keep giving you the same answer. I don't get. You ruined my fucking life. You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm D.respect.
He's got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
I'm from New York. You know what I mean? We like to eat out here. You
gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're good doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm D.respect. If you're listening to the Double D's podcast via iTunes, we always want to remind you, we always want to rub and tug you, we always want to tell you to be active within the iTunes community. Please comment, please subscribe. It helps the Double D's podcast out so very much. You were expecting something like grandiose, right? But you didn't get it.
Switched it up, man. Switched it up. I got you. I got you.
I've been in a very, very gangster mood lately. I've been listening to a lot of gangster records, man.
Like what, Maddie B?
Maddie B? What is that?
The little white kid who does like covers of rap songs and stuff.
Is that the kid with the glasses?
No, it's just a little white kid with wears a hat.
Oh, okay. I thought that was that little that kid who did that song with 50 and the 50 came out of his closet. Remember that kid? He was like a YouTube star, little. Whatever.
Oh, the yeah,
that kid.
Him. Yeah.
But I've been in a real gangster mood. Like when it comes to just like gangster shit, like what do you resort to when you want to listen to something with a gun in it?
You know, ASAP is my go-to. Any ASAP Mob stuff. By that I mean any Rocky or Ferg tracks.
That's your go-to, man. You gotta dig deeper into the vault, man. You gotta go farther. You gotta go back.
Like to what? I'm not listening to NWA. I don't want to.
No, I don't mean that far back, dude. Look, if you want to listen to some gangster shit, like you need look no further than to just listen to Mobb Deep. Just listen to fucking Mobb Deep. Yo, the Pete Rock 40-inch cables, drinking white label. My chain hang down on my dick, my piece bang glass tables. Diamonds and guns before the fame, Duke. A nigga like me hold text. Are you the same too or going through the emotions? A gun holding.
I want to bring attention to the part where you said the chain hangs low on my dick.
Yeah, my chain hangs down on my dick. My piece bangs glass
why is it on
tables.
his? Why is his chain on his dick?
Because Prodigy is a very short man and his upper torso isn't that long, so it's easy for his chain to hang down to his dick. But his piece bangs glass tables. You understand me?
He shoots tables with his piece?
Killer P, you still living. Even my pops do. He taught me how to shoot when I was 7, yo.
Okay.
I used to buck shots crazy. I couldn't even look because the loud sound used to scare me. Do you understand what he just said? His father taught him how to shoot.
His dad put a gun next to his ear when he was 7. Blah, 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 and it's just like, Daddy, please, no.
Do you understand how much of a horrible reality that is, that he's turning into a creative thing? His father taught him how to shoot. If this is true, his father taught him how to shoot when he was 7, and he couldn't even look because the loud sound of the gun used to scare him. If that isn't just like amazingly, just fucking, just I love it.
That's not that bad, dude.
That's amazing.
You want to hear some real? You want to hear some real hard shit, man?
Give me some hard shit. These niggas ain't got so. My ain't got leg on logo.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Bitches can't see me.
Okay. Okay, that's it?
No. I'm not done.
Okay. Get the writtens out.
because my paper always with me.
Okay. I'm not even sure if that rhymed with the last bar because the last bar was so long ago. I don't even remember what you said. No clue. Okay. Buffering, right? Buffering.
Yo, girl. Okay, I lost it. I'm sorry. I lost it.
Well, you're listening to the Double D's podcast. I'm Dom and I'm D.respect. I've merged. I've fucking fused into like one great podcaster. I'm here.
I had a moment the other day. Speaking of harsh rap lyrics, I had a moment where I listened to Vince Staples' freestyle for XXL because he was a freshman. Right. And I had to listen to it about 3 times. Where it's like the way I listen to music is I'm very often only listening to if there are words. I know, like, I listen to stuff on a very surface level. Like, whenever you tell me stuff about lyrics, like that Mobb Deep stuff, it wouldn't have sunk in until you slowed down and sort of
because just like this stupid generation of rap fans, you need fucking Rap Genius to spoon.
It's not just about that. I listen to all these. Any music I listen to, I don't think about what they're saying. All I hear is like, I listen mostly to the percussion of like the beat, the tempo and the rhythm of what they're saying.
Okay. So you listen more to the patterns, the delivery.
I'm listening to like the beat, even like Beach House, a band I really like. They're coming out with a new album called Depression Cherry this August.
Okay.
I want to interview with them so bad. It'll be so good.
Okay.
Look out of place. Big black dude talking to 2 skinny weirdo white kids. But yeah, they're coming, and their music, it doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, I guess their message is a lot more garbled. If there is a message, it's a lot more like abstract poetry or something. But so I listened to this freestyle about 3 times, and then the 3rd time I'm like, holy shit, he's talking about growing up in Compton and just being like, just sad and angry that you have to be in this position, but that's what you do. Like, if you have to gangbang and rob and kill people, it's just kind of like, that's just the position you live in, but you know it's not good. And you know there's more out there, but you just keep on doing it. And just like, the way I could see, like, while he's rapping, I just sort of envision, like, this is a kid who grew up in this environment. He's telling you, like, not glorifying it, but just really breaking it down about how fucking shitty it is. And he's not necessarily proud of it, but he's just like objectively like, this is how it is out here. And like, people grow up in this country living this way. I almost shed a tear, man. I almost shed 1 tear for Vince Staples. I was like,
but you know what? I don't connect to it if it doesn't say something so deep and profound. That on both accounts, it's something that's like, I'll revert again to Prodigy's line where his father told him how to shoot a gun at the age of 7, but Prodigy still added that the loud sound used to scare him. I mean, yeah. I think his intention by saying that was you have to just marvel in how rich that line is. Like, like a grown man just said that as a kid, I was scared of that sound, but right now I'm implying that I'm not fucking scared of it anymore. I'm a fucking thug. I'm a fucking murderer. There's something about that there's so many layers to a line like that.
Is there a sadness to that's
There's
what
a sadness to it too. That's what I mean by the layers. Yeah. There's, of course,
because it's like I was once innocent. That's what he's saying. I was once innocent, but I am no longer. That's what he's saying.
Right.
That's the shit that gets to me.
Yeah, just like you're saying with Vince. It's like, you know, it's an environment that he grew up in. You know what I'm saying? This is just how my dad raised me. And then, you know, then later on in the verse, you know, he says that he wants to invest, in a clothing company. He wants to have a house with a backyard so kids can enjoy their childhood. You know, invest in a rag business, do things for the kids, the little duns, build the jungle gym behind the crib so they can enjoy youth. You know, so
the way you say that, it doesn't seem like
you've never heard Quiet Storm before. You never heard that song before.
No,
oh my God, you've heard Quiet Storm before. You've heard Quiet Storm before. Quiet Storm is it's not their most popular record. It's their most popular song in the back end of their career. Because I mean, you know, the Shook Ones, all all the stuff, that and on Hell on Earth. That's their earlier dope shit, but this is like later on in their career murder music. But Quiet Storm is like, that's like an anthem. You've definitely heard it. It's the real shit that make them feel shit, jump them in the club shit.
4 million views. All right, let's listen to it right now.
Oh my God, you never heard who's Mobb Deep? Jesus Christ. Come on, guy. Right to the pop, dog, like you got it. Rusty Shank Holder, we lit this shit. Right here. You just skipped it. You've never heard that song before?
No, man.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Daddy's got to fucking teach you. Daddy's got to...
No, you're teaching me shit.
Oh, my God.
I know more than you, in fact.
It's not about
Did you know that Mobb Deep once toured in Haiti?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they were in Haiti, and the Dominicans kicked them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is back in 81. Mobb Deep.
I see.
Did you know that? You didn't know that shit, did you?
No, in fact, I did not know that. Thank you, sir.
I know all about them. You know shit, son.
About that little tidbit of information. Speaking about gangster stuff, have you heard all the backlash? Well, not really all the backlash. It's just Geraldo Rivera's mouth about Kendrick Lamar's performance on the BET Awards. When he was performing All Right. And, Kendrick, if you guys have seen the BET Awards, Kendrick starts out the set on a cop car. We don't like po-po, all that crap. So, Geraldo's taking the position that he always takes, blame it on the rap. This is what rappers do.
They might as well just come out and be like, we don't trust black people. And we kind of don't like them that much. And, I mean, really, if they like, we don't trust them at all. And it's like, if we will do everything that we can to sort of not believe anything they say, any of their narratives, any of the stuff that comes out. Like, so they shit on them when we realize like how many black people are put in jail. It's like that's their fault. And when we have art that's created from these environments, that's a reflection of like why these things happen. When we just try and articulate through art like why these things sort of happen, it's like that stuff is dismissed as well. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they might as well just say like just go home, just fucking stop whining. That's what they want to say. I love the white chick. Fox News always has the hot white chick who's like, I just do not get it. I don't like it. It is not making me happy. Like, of course it doesn't.
By the way, I don't think that the brunette on that show is hot. I think the blonde chick, who I believe her name is Dana Perino, I think she's hot. Was there a blonde chick in that video?
I didn't see her.
Yeah, Dana. I think she was a part of Bush Jr.'s administration, but she's
you may not know this about Daddy, but
hot chick.
But
no,
Daddy's
you're
not
Daddy.
Daddy's in the brunettes. I just want to commandeer that shit so you don't say it anymore. Fucking dumb nickname.
No. See, you're not going to diffuse me by referring to yourself as Daddy. It's just not going to work, especially when you're stating that that's your tactic. It's not going to work.
Who is Daddy, though? The listeners don't know who Daddy is anymore.
I've told the listeners who Daddy is. Daddy is the almighty.
Who is Daddy?
He's the Daddy. Okay, if you want to stretch it out, listen to this, because Daddy actually is an abbreviation of deity. You see, Daddy, deity.
You know what I wish I could do? I wish I had one of those wires. I wish I had one of those garrote wires that they had.
Take me like, now, Daddy.
I wish I could just throw one of those wires over your neck and just fucking.
I am your servant, Lord. I am your servant. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. But no, Geraldo Rivera. I mean, that's sort of, that's sort of the easy route to say, that's what rappers do. But I'd like to hear Geraldo Rivera comment on The Black of the Berry. Has he ever heard that song? I wonder.
He probably crosses his arms. Well, it's a statement about a black power, but what I'll say is, what about I mean, does it only reflect black people? And why do they need to feel this way? Why can't I feel?
Sound like Tom Brokaw.
I don't know what fucking Geraldo sounds like.
Tom Brokaw. Well, I don't think we can have a Geraldo battle because I don't think there's anybody. Yeah.
If you want to do a Geraldo impression, just rap that Mobb Deep song. It's safe shit.
Diamonds and guns before the fame, Duke. A nigger like me hold text. Are you the same too? Yeah.
You can't say that word. Geraldo can't say it.
I apologize.
Yeah, but they'd be like, and the use of the N-word is just appalling.
I mean,
as if he doesn't go home.
How long does it take for people to forget your humongous failures? Because if any of us are over the age of maybe 25, we remember that Geraldo Rivera had that infamous Al Capone's Vault special where
there was nothing.
He said he was gonna find Al Capone's vault. I don't know, and then
wasn't it live? They broadcasted
it.
It
Was like live on television, and it was a huge fail.
Wasn't it just fucking empty?
Yeah, I believe so. It was a hoax. But like, how
he's
long? He's
fucking Hispanic, isn't he?
I think he's Cuban and American. You'll find that a lot of Cuban Americans are a bit what's the word I want? Brainwashed is the word that
it's
I think
like you fucking think you think they don't fucking look at you like, oh my god.
Yeah, listen to your name. Your name is Geraldo Rivera.
Oh my god.
But how long do you think it takes for people to turn the cheek on a humongous failure that you had? At one point, does your word become creditable once again? Like, how long? Malcolm Gladwell says it takes 10,000 hours to get great at something. So how long does it take for people to forgive your failures and to actually to trust you again?
I had to think of a good example of someone who fucked up really bad on something and then came back. Okay, let's take
LeBron
Jay-Z.
James.
LeBron failed on what?
Oh, well, I mean, he didn't fail, but he had, years ago when he decided to go to Miami, he did that whole big special, I want to take my talents to South Beach, and it was this big whole thing.
See, for him, it was like 2 years. He just had to go back. He just had to move to another team. He was too good for people to really. I mean, you have to consider the magnitude of the failure, and then you got to consider just magnitude of the failure, and then the person himself is like, are they respectable, sort of likable? Like Donald Trump right now is losing everything. People are dropping him left and right. From like NBC's dropping him. All these companies are like, we're not going to sell his shit because he keeps talking shit about Mexicans.
What exactly did he say about Mexican people? I still haven't seen it.
He said something like a bunch of them are murderers. Mm-hmm. He said something like that, and I mean,
okay. So when does it get to the lying? I mean, this is totally accurate so far. Continue.
I mean, that's every group though.
I'm joking, guys. Jesus.
But no, literally, everyone has
section.
murderers.
D.respect.
I don't. Yeah, but he said it in a real fucking racist kind of like, keep them out, send them back down there type shit. Mm-hmm. But let's take Jay-Z for instance. Tidal, is it? Let's assume it's a failure. Let's assume that they just cancel it, and it's like, hey man, why y'all did? You beat me to it, you fuck. Hey, why y'all didn't join it, man? I told y'all.
See, you know what I won't do? I won't continue my Jay-Z impersonation because I'm not a bit stealer. Like you do, my directions guy. I don't do Jay-Z. I don't piss on your territory, sirs. I don't piss on mine.
Hey man, you can just do you. You can do whatever you want, man.
I don't do Eddie. I don't do Eddie.
Yep. You can do whatever you want. Go ahead, try Eddie. I want to see you try Eddie for just a second.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Dom? I'm like, I feel fucking terrible. I can't do that.
This is not too bad. But Jay-Z, let's say Jay-Z.
Okay.
Tidal is a fucking disastrous failure. Let's make it even worse. Jay-Z does an interview on the new Stephen Colbert Late Show, and he cries about Tidal. I would relish that moment if he's just crying about it. That magnitude of failure, he would need. Now, here's what he needs to come out of that. He needs one brilliant album. No, actually. Yeah, he needs one brilliant album. He needs a golden age thing. He needs like a fucking Watch the Throne 2 that just destroys everyone. He needs that to start with, and probably, yeah. I think that'll do it. And a tour and a brilliant tour with Kanye. Mm-hmm. So you need to do something. So I don't think it's about time necessarily.
It's about doing. It's about the doing.
Right. It's like, what did you do after that failure? Because I mean, like LeBron is a failure, and he left. He did something that was like equally as. It's like to set off your failure, you have to do something that's equally.
Well, I guess in sports it's a bit different because there's nothing. there's nothing subjective about the end result in a sport. You know, it's just like you win a championship, you are the best. There is no disputing that. It's a little different than, say, an album where Jay-Z puts out an album where, you know, several people are like, you know, or, you know, you look at where, you know, where Tidal goes from here on out. It's not as definite as winning a championship. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so maybe it's a bit different. But, I mean, I guess in the case of somebody like Geraldo, it's like, I guess the people who he appeals to, it's very hard for me to put myself in their shoes, but you know, from my scope, you know, from my point of view, you know, they just like to hear what they like to hear, and they really don't consider who the source is. I don't think they do.
Could the same be said about the MSNBCs and like the? I'm gonna fucking throw in the Comedy Central, the Daily Show type crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
That super smug liberal crowd. Because that's what they are. I'm coming to understand that. Like that's, although I lean
love
heavily,
wins. Love wins.
Although I lean heavily in that direction, it's like sometimes it makes me sick. Sometimes like it feels very pandering and kind of like we're not challenging ourselves at all. Like. We're not really. It's like this echo chamber. Although I agree, it feels like this sort of like over and over again.
It's a love fest. It's just a huge masturbation session. It's just everybody's jerking everybody off and hugging and wearing makeup.
And like, I fucking love Colbert, but it's also like it's this hyper smugness that it's like I am really fascinated by this idea that. All right, pull your dicks out, gentlemen. This is gonna get kind of deep, right? What is that?
It's my dick. It's my dick.
Now, you can only seem to like the idea of this parody type anchor. This guy who's making fun of the news came from the left, came from Bill Maher and Jon Stewart, and now John Oliver, Stephen Colbert, right? These are guys on the left, and I mean, Stephen Colbert, I guess, is the only exception where he's like, he's just fucking full out lampooning the right wing conservatives. He's like, the whole thing is a mockery. His whole persona is a mockery, and like, but in general, just think about the idea of fake news, like not fake news. They present the news, but it's like. It's super humorous. It's like they're laughing at everything, and it's mostly at the expense of conservative people. It's like, can you imagine that? Like Donald Trump said this about them. Oh my! And it's like you throw in like a million jokes, but could there? This came from the left. Like, why didn't it come from the right? Why not them?
Why doesn't that humor, that creativity, not come from the right?
Yeah, it's like they're like ISIS is they're destroying the world. Like the Islam, like we need to kill them, all of them. Like that's them. Like because there's no joke that like they can't even.
The right has they're not able to laugh at themselves. The right take themselves a lot more seriously than the left does because the right is so motivated by motivated by religion, by faith. So
and those things inherently, like if you believe faith is like it's ultimate, like that's ultimate. Shut the fuck up, I'm right.
Yeah,
like being gay is
rather
a sin
than using humor, they are righteous and they walk that path. And marriage is something sacred, and you know. So I don't really think that they need that. I mean, I guess if you could consider anybody, let's say like Dennis Miller, for example, who's been somebody who's gone like way to the right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a what's a satirist. He's not a satirist, is he? I mean, he's just a straight up, just a joke guy.
I don't know much about him.
I've never
liked him.
Never totally understood Dennis Miller.
He went too smart. Yeah. He went so smart on his jokes that some of them I think were horseshit. They just weren't funny. It's like he's trying to be super smart to cover up for the fact that just a lot of them were just. It's like, oh yeah, well this dude is the Kofi Annan of the Geneva Convention. It's like, what? I don't know. Like I'm dumb, I guess. I don't fucking know what he's talking about.
They're just very long-winded. I mean, you've got to have a specific taste of comedy for you to like.
Everyone
Dennis
in that
Miller.
Audience in the the fucking Dennis Miller audience. Ugh.
Yeah, so there's Dennis. I guess Dennis Miller's the only person that I guess we could compare to any of those people that you mentioned before. I can't think of anybody else. Could be anybody else who's like a really big voice on the right, like say a Rush Limbaugh. What's this other guy's name? I think his name is Michael Steele. I think old guy.
The black dude.
No, wait a minute. No, not Michael Steele. God, I'm forgetting what the name of that other radio guy is. But yeah, all of them are pretty serious, very candid, very upfront.
You're right, yeah. But I think, now we're getting another discussion entirely. I think comedy is, by and large, it favors, it seems to favor liberal ideas. It seems to favor like a liberal type of person, or if I can go further, like a libertarian type who's just like the government shouldn't tell you anybody what to do, like that type of person. Mm-hmm. I think that it does really seem like humor favors that, or at least the performance art type humor and comedy seems to favor that type of political standing. If you can attach a political standing to comedy,
I mean. There is, because I mean, whenever you watch any of these shows, there is the, we're right, your thoughts are antiquated, they're old fashioned. You've got so it's always been more hip, because obviously as a liberal you keep there's a progression, there's an adaptive thing that you have with change, so you can always lock on to being hip. You can always get that down, and if you're a conservative, you're a person who really doesn't like change, and you want things to remain the way they were in like 1776, or when the fuck was independence? What year was independence?
Yeah, man, 1776.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm doubting myself.
Got that shit right, and also Independence Day in the U.S. Mm-hmm. You guys.
Yeah. So So I guess you lock into just being old and and just just a curmudgeon, you know what I'm saying? So,
but there are. I started watching some Patrice stand-up clips recently, and dude, brilliant as always. But I sort of came to terms with the fact that like I didn't agree with a lot of the shit that he said. I think it was, but I sort of. The brilliant thing about him is he sort of forces his viewpoint into your brain and makes you laugh. Like, even if you don't agree with some of the shit he says, it's like, it's too funny. And you just, at that moment, you're in his brain and you're like, I can live with you right now. Like, I can sort of exist in that same headspace, and I sort of get it. But a lot of that stuff he said was super conservative, man.
Mm. Like
what? Yeah. Super not liberal. Like a lot of his ideology too, about like he's saying shit like, "Oh, I endorse hate speech," like that type of stuff. That's very not liberal. That's. But then I mean, not that right wingers are saying that hate speech is good or okay. I think they're more like, just shut up and don't complain about any of that stuff.
Hey, did you happen to check out Shia LaBeouf's Freestyle?
I did. That was. I gotta admit, the first time I listened to it, I don't know, it's, the dude is, he's turning into like a Little B. That's what he's turning into.
Okay.
He's turning into this fucking weird performance art person. As much as I hate performance art, he's really trying to use his celebrity to do the weirdest ass shit. Like, cause let's dig into this. What kind of bars is he spitting out?
He rhymed Galileo with potato.
At some point,
successfully.
Some dude in the crowd is like, Novocaine, and he says some shit like that, as if he's good enough to fucking take these words and make something out of them. And Shia's sort of like, what the fuck? What am I gonna do with that?
I think everybody's just in the moment. I don't know if these are people that are normally around Shia, but I mean, say if you were somewhere and then Shia LaBeouf's like shirtless trying to kick a freestyle, you'll egg him on, I guess, if you're drunk enough. Yeah. Just like, oh, I mean, you do it with any other regular person, so why wouldn't you do it with him? So you don't get the context of like how unless you're aware of it. I'm not. I don't know if those people knew him. It
looked like Coachella or something. That's what it seemed like. Or like not Coachella, whatever the fuck, Glastonbury or some shit. Whatever the Glastonbury. It's pronounced Glastonbury. You fucking chav.
Yo, Glastonbury. In 9/11, debris fell from the skies. I don't tell no lies. You want some fries? With that. Go get that. Take this Kit Kat. My bars, nigga, I hit that. You see that?
See my bars? They go hard like cars. Okay, you see me, and I'm gonna go far. Okay?
Okay.
You see me, and my skin is black like tar. Okay.
Okay.
You see me, and my dick fat like lard. Okay. You see me.
Your dick fat like lard. Ain't that funny? I'll put you in the car, press the acceleration, and crash test this dummy.
When you say this dummy, do you mean yourself?
No, I said I'll put you in the car. You didn't fucking... All right. Shia LaBeouf. Okay.
Stop the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's freestyle was about one notch better than what we just did.
So, look at this. I mean, but you have to put this into perspective, okay? Let's take YG, right?
I don't know.
Let's take YG and just anybody. It doesn't fucking matter. All right? Make them freestyle off the top.
Okay.
How much different is their freestyle gonna sound than Shia LaBeouf's freestyle?
I don't know YG, but I do know a lot of these rappers. In terms of just freestyling, they don't really have it.
Yeah, so it's like
Fetty Wap started like 2 years ago.
Okay, take Freddie Wap. Okay,
Imagine. Say Freddie Wap?
Yeah, I did say Freddie Wap.
Yuck.
Who cares? He has one fucking eye. I don't care about him. Anyway, he's got one eye. He doesn't even have the gumption.
He has one eye. He doesn't have
the fucking gumption to fucking have two eyes. He's fucking lazy. He's got half the sense. Fuck him.
How is he lazy for having one eye? He's not
because
his.
He's lazy.
His
you gotta commit. You gotta commit.
You gotta commit to one eyeball.
Yes, commit to two fucking eyeballs.
Hey, how that nigga gonna have one eyeball though? Man, what happened to the other one?
I don't know what happened to the other one. You fucking tell me. Anyway, so okay. It's like you can't take a freestyle because I saw a lot of people like, oh, he shouldn't quit his day job. It's like he's freestyling, okay? I'm not sticking up for Shia LaBeouf because he's terrible. I know it sounds like I'm a Shia LaBeouf apologist right now, but I'm really not. It's like, okay, you remember when Joaquin Phoenix did all this fucking weird performance art shit?
Yeah, I'm
and he
still
came
here. That shit was funny.
Yeah, with that documentary. And I don't even know, was that fake or was that like...
It was all for a documentary.
It was all for a documentary,
The
right?
documentary was about him being this pretend rapper, but it was sort of like performance artsy. It's like Banksy-ish. It's like the interviews were a part of the documentary.
Right. So
that's what happens, by the way, when you have too much fucking money and you're tired of making good movies. You start doing weird shit like that.
You know, on that documentary, do you remember the trailer? The trailer in that documentary, I believe he had Raul Julia, who I believe was a guy in American Me. Was that Raul Julia?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, you were bragging about seeing American Me just about a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so I remember in the documentary, Raul Julia was talking to Joaquin Phoenix, and he was using this amazing analogy about... If I can remember, he was saying that Joaquin is a drop of water, and he's at the top of success. But one day, Joaquin started sliding down the mountain, and then he wondered, why am I at the bottom of this mountain with all these drops of water? I'm a mountaintop water drop. You gotta listen to the trailer. It's a very interesting monologue that Raul Julia has, if it's in fact Raul Julia. Aside from all that weird shit that Joaquin does, I still think it was a very well-written little monologue. But anyway, Shia LaBeouf can't do that. He can't go that route. So this is real. This isn't performance art.
Yeah, that's real. I mean,
and it's not very bizarre. I wouldn't say it's bizarre.
But listen, this dude is fucking weird. Okay, you want to go down the rabbit hole? I'll tell you.
Okay, I remember the whole "I'm not famous anymore" thing.
Yes, that's just the tip of it.
Okay.
You want to read some weird shit? There's this article out there. I'll send a link to D.respect later. Check it out in the show notes.
I will not read it. Of
Shia doing this weird thing where he corresponds with this journalist from Vice or something. Vice employs me now. Mm-hmm. Why did I have to whisper that? I'm doing an animation for Vice, everybody. It's official, okay? I can say it. We out here, all that stuff. But he does an article, a interview with this chick from Vice or something, and they have the fucking weirdest conversations, and eventually they decide to meet up, and he's in like some swanky ass French hotel, and they're both wearing GoPros on their heads, and she walks in, and there's a video of it online. She walks into his hotel room, and they agree to not say jack shit to each other. Okay, they're just gonna look at each other. That's what they want to do. So she walks in, and they're sitting across from each other, and they just stare at each other for an hour. They probably fucked afterwards. But anyway, it's weird. It's weird as shit. But that's what I'm getting at, is that's what happens when you get a lot of money, and you're just kind of like, eh. He did that shitty Indiana Jones movie. He was good in Fury. I did not see Nymphomaniac.
Did you like him in the Sia video, Elastic Heart?
It made me uncomfortable.
It is honest. Because she's such a young girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just me, right? And like,
yeah.
And it's just, honestly, I think I'm uncomfortable at any time there's just a little girl wearing like fucking weird ass leotards and shit. It's like, I just don't. I think it's weird. Like, why do they do that?
I mean, does this mean that people were kind of disturbed? I mean, if you go look at the,
it wasn't just me. It's a lot. Everyone's saying it.
If you look at the Elastic Heart video, it has 1.5 million likes, and it has 130,000. Dislikes. I think that's a pretty large amount. I think a lot of people were disturbed.
It's a beautiful video, beautiful song. Of course, I work out to it, just like Chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, and I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like Michael Jackson made me feel guilty, and he's like, everyone makes everything all sexual. It's not sexual. I don't know if it's one of those situations where it's not at all supposed to allude to that, and I'm only gleaning this from the information from the video because we live in this society where pedophiles exist and all that stuff, and we're so, I mean, To Catch a Predator exists, and we're all just we're all expecting everyone to be a pedophile all the time. We're so scared of it
because we want to protect the children. I got an Amber Alert, by the way, today. I got 2 Amber Alerts.
Dude, that shit is awesome.
Very scary.
It's so awesome that exists.
But it's terrifying. I mean, it's very useful.
It's terrifying, but think about it, man. We're not going to be able to, like, kids aren't going to get abducted anymore.
Yeah. No, but it's so disturbing. Like, you know, they give you the number and they give you this,
absolutely,
like, black dot. And you know what's? I mean, we'll go back to the Shia LaBeouf thing. But what's scary is that, you know, you get the text message of the, you know, the license plate, the color of the car, the model of the car, and all of a sudden you just imagine this fucking dark, disturbed human being just driving away in this black Dodge car with the fucking license plate. It's like fucking terrifying. Yeah, you just imagine that. It's like this terrifying
That's scary
scenario.
As fuck.
And then it's coupled with the sound of the Amber Alert text message that you get. It's scary.
But look at all right. We'll go back to Shia, but consider that from a macro standpoint. This is one of my most fun activities to do. Zoom out, like your life is Google Earth. My roommate is probably coming in the living room right now, just stroking. I hope you guys didn't hear that, but
I did.
He fucking threw me off. That fuck.
Okay.
You're scrolling out. You're scrolling out of your life, out of your head. You're watching, and then suddenly you're looking at your city, and then you're looking at the planet. Look at everyone getting that Amber Alert. It's like we're pointing at this one person. You're like, this guy is a failure. He is a criminal. He is not good. Stop the rotten apple. Stop the one of us that does not work. This is a faulty human being. We must stop him. Although I think it's great, and we're supposed to do this. But just think about how creepy it is. It's sort of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You hear that like beep beep beep, and we're all tied to our phones anyway. They know everyone's on their phone. You pull your phone out and look at it. Immediately after that, you look up and you start looking for the car. You look to the guy at your left who's also looking at his phone.
I didn't. By the way, I was at work. I didn't step outside. I said, "Whoa, that's terrible."
Yeah, but you looked around.
In the pocket. I did not.
You're part of it.
I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I was just aware at that point, but if I just so happen to see a fucking Dodge, whatever the fuck with that license plate up. I don't know.
My analogy. Yeah, you grab the guy and start beating the shit out of him.
I took your analogy. I fucking dragged it out back and I fucking shot it in the head.
Well, you report you beat the guy up. It's the wrong guy.
Yeah, basically. That's
Stop hurting my papi.
Okay, so getting back to Shia LaBeouf. Now I've heard, and I suspect this too. Towards the end of the verse, that was all written. That shit was all written. You can definitely tell because there's nothing coherent happening early in the freestyle, and then later he's what is the last thing he says? He says something like what does he say? Dad, I forgot that last line.
Listen to Double D's.
At one point, didn't he say something about like, nah, Transformers, that's the whack flow. Like the line made no sense, and dudes are like, woo,
fire, straight fire.
But again, it's no different. It's like you take any of these fucking fucktards who make records now and you ask them to freestyle. I think if you ask most people to freestyle, even in the mid-90s when everybody swears that like doves emerged from microphones whenever everyone spat, most of these guys can't fucking freestyle.
How important is that skill really?
How important is freestyling? I think freestyling was more important because of terrestrial radio. I think when you had an MC come into the building and it's like, hey, we're going to put this beat on.
When you say freestyle, you mean no writtens, right?
No writtens.
Right.
No writtens. I mean, and this, from what I understand, this is what, if you listen to the Wake Up Show, this is what Sway and DJ Tech sort of force you to do because they they feed you words, I don't think they don't do that anymore. They just run you through, what is it? The 5 Fingers of Death. I believe they give you 5 beats. But I think where everything turned was as rap became more of a possibility to earn a living, and once it became a lucrative option, I think people started to tighten up the screws a little bit more and present a more polished form of themselves. So when they came into radio stations, they spat something that you would hear on a mixtape months later because they wrote it already. You know what I'm saying?
So where does Rap City and Big Tigger, that whole shit, that's like golden age freestyle?
People used to spit writtens on there.
You're right.
Sometimes you would have somebody freestyle, but and you know what? And this is what I've always said, and if anybody's an old head like I am, anybody at one point you've said this when you heard Rap City The Basement. Now, Rap City The Basement, for those of you who don't know, old show on BET hosted by Big Tigger. I believe it was I think Joe Claire hosted it first, and then it was Big Tigger. I might be wrong on that, but Big Tigger's freestyles were normally better than 85% of the dude, because it would always start off with Big Tigger spitting, and then
that wasn't written because he would actually just do it.
Yeah, but the thing is about Big Tigger's freestyling was Big Tigger was very basic. He'd be like, Big Tigger here in the basement, we don't play around, time we ain't wasting. Hey, this is where you gonna be, Big Tigger with your man Jay-Z. It was very basic, but Big Tigger, but he had something going there. And then, when the artist would come in, obviously they do their written, but I don't know, man. I think that's where the break came. I think the break came in, okay, we have an opportunity to promote an album. Don't you fucking get behind this microphone and go, and repeat words. No, put your best foot forward.
You realize you could probably write like a 50-page essay on this shit. No joke. You could probably write a very compelling, interesting argument about when freestyles degraded.
When did it die?
everything is art is living. It's this changing thing. Like, painting is not the same as it was in the 1700s. All you need to do is look back at, like, the Baroque period and see that we don't do that shit anymore. So that stuff evolves with us. Video games evolve with us. Anything we create evolves with us. That being said, music obviously is a big... it evolves with us as well. Freestyle... It was a big component of hip-hop. I don't think it is that much anymore. No, people spit writtens all the fucking time, and it's just about getting views. As long as you're getting views, it's okay. Even if you make a shitty freestyle, it seems to be fine, as long because you're just there. It's like you just show up. Showing up seems to be the most important thing. Like, you're on Sway's show, and like, even if you made a garbage freestyle, like Drake did that one thing where he was just reading from a BlackBerry that one time,
right, when he was with Flex.
You know what? That was a big deal back then.
Yeah, that was a big that was
kind
a big
of
turning
broke
point
things for people. I think people were sort of like, they felt like it was all disingenuous, and they kind of maybe freestyling like lost its luster. So, like, after that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
wide open.
I think with Drake is because, you know, it's more image, less actual. I mean, Drake is talented, but it's more image, less
of course,
less raw talent.
I mean, really, again, I'll ask you, what is the purpose of freestyling? I mean, like, if you're gonna write for a track, or a rap battle, you're writing. I mean, then okay, rap battling off the top of the head. That was a skill. People would fry each other up or all that stuff. Or I mean, that was a skill that sort of like Biggie, like that generation needed on the streets to sort of prove that they were worth something. Like, that was their way of proving stuff. And I don't even think it's not a thing anymore.
If you want to really get a grasp of like what real freestyling is all about, then just look no further than an old rapper by the name of Supernatural. I believe he refers to himself as Super Nat. Super Nat is by far the most amazing freestyler I've ever seen in my life. Supernatural is in fact so amazing that, I mean, what he constantly does. I've never heard. I think I heard one Supernatural, so I can't even remember the title of it. But Supernat, what he basically does now is he opens up hip hop shows and he'll tell the audience, "Give me objects from the crowd." So you give him objects from the crowd, and Supernatural will spit an amazing freestyle.
Like a used condom?
With just everything, and he'll throw it in there, and it will be so well done. So if you want an example of what a freestyle battle is at its core, just amazing freestyle ability, Supernatural once battled an MC who was famously known for battling Eminem. His name is MC Juice. Okay. MC Juice battled Supernatural because they were, you know, everybody wanted to see them battle. I mean, there's even a YouTube video of Sway talking about it because he was the one who set it up. But this battle is, I put it in the description below. If you watch this battle, there is no doubt in your mind that everything that came out of their heads was just came off, just improv. And
could they have been that good? Is that a possibility?
It's not you could say that in the first verses. Juice starts it off, okay? Juice starts it off, and at one point in his freestyle, he goes, "You said I studied your style, it makes me wonder, buddy, because you're not even good enough to be my understudy," okay? And then in the second verse, Supernatural comes and says, "Understudy, yo, that's suicidal. Fuck that shit. Supernatural is your idol." You can't put a line like that together. It just can't. So maybe you could make a case and say that.
What if both of them were in on it, man, beforehand? Both of them did. No. Both because, of them, it was all written.
Because I've seen them freestyle before. So Supernatural's freestyle ability. See, this is the thing. This is the thing about freestyling. The thing about freestyling is exactly it's such an enigma. It's like the female orgasm. It's such a myth.
Not really.
That it's, well, I guess.
Speak for yourself, player.
He got me. He got me. Guy who never has sex with any women ever. It's such a myth to people because people still don't believe it because they can always believe that, oh, no. You set that up somehow. You know, so it's kind of like, you know, you're a magician at that point. I mean, freestyle artists are illusionists. That's what they are. I mean, but they really do shit does come out of thin air. But it's that, in fact, that you continue to doubt it. You continue to doubt it, and that's what makes freestyling so amazing, because it's still the miracle is right before your eyes, and you still think it's contrived. You still think it's fake. And
words that rhyme together just appear all in my head. That's the shit. I mean, it's just it is sort of this mythical thing now, I think, because I don't trust it. Mm-hmm. But it is just like magic, where you just it is still this beautiful mythical thing where and if you see it happening in person, that's a beautiful thing, is just to see someone's, like, oftentimes he'll just be the guy will just be spitting, and just like his eyes won't even blink, like that type of shit. It's like, wow, right, this is just an impressive skill. Then again, it doesn't translate to having good songs, songs that people will like play over and over again, and that's problematic, I think.
I imagine you in that Shia LaBeouf freestyle, like with a pair of like cargo shorts and Birkenstocks, standing there being amazed by Shia LaBeouf and tweeting about it.
First off, it will be Crocs, okay?
You'd be wearing, okay,
jean booty shorts. No, I was thinking about that before you were
about
talking about people in the crowd, and I'm like, what expression would I have on my face? And I think I think I'd have my both eyebrows raised up. I'd be like, like Robert De Niro. That's the look I'd have on my face.
Okay.
Like, check out this guy over here. That's like a pleasantly amused thing.
A pleasantly amused.
You know what else amused me?
What?
This new trailer for Creed.
Creed is the it's a Rocky movie. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No one expected this. I mean, if you told me that they were going to make a Rocky sequel about someone who was not Rocky, I would have thought it would be about his son. Mm-hmm. It ain't about how hard you can get. It's about baby.
Wouldn't it be amazing if this the title song to this movie was "With Arms Wide Open"? Wouldn't that be amazing? With arms wide open. It's a Creed reference. Get it?
You think you're the first?
Under the sunlight.
You think you're the first to
welcome
make a fucking,
to this world. I'll show you everything.
Featuring Fetty Wap. Let's go. I'll show you everything with arms wide open. Okay.
With eyes wide.
I ain't gay. All right, this song's over.
Eyes wide shut. So
eye wide open.
Eyes wide shut. He's got
one eye wide open.
So, okay, so this is Apollo Creed's son.
Yeah, Apollo Creed got his ass whooped. Didn't Drago beat the shit out of him?
Yes, he did. He fucking killed him with his bare hands.
Drago. How the fuck do you kill somebody? How was he that strong?
I don't know.
What was that? No, I call bullshit right fucking now. Dude.
Call it.
Did you... Apollo Creed, dude was buff as shit, bigger than Rocky was. He beat him. He almost beat him in that beach race where they did the big gay wet hug afterwards. Mm-hmm. Apollo Creed was strong as fuck. Dudes don't die from getting punched in the face. Mike Tyson punched dudes in the face hard enough to just change their life, and it didn't kill them.
To change their life?
Yes.
What exactly would change when Mike Tyson was to punch you? Like your
from
career
that
choices?
Moment, they didn't realize it. From that moment on, people will be watching pixelated videos of you getting knocked the fuck out in barbershops across the fucking planet for eternity. You're locked in history as a guy. You're locked into a compilation video. That's your life. Mm-hmm. When Mike Tyson punches you, not only do you get your shit rocked, but you're the subject of shitty compilation videos that have like some Mobb Deep playing in the background.
Wait a minute. Now that's blasphemy. Continue.
Yeah. So
don't you insult Mobb Deep.
What I'm saying is, if he couldn't kill you with a like, how did Drago kill him? I know he was strong and all that shit. Like, what?
Well, hey, there is the if you remember Eddie Murphy's bit on Rocky, where he said that white dudes after they watch Rocky, they believe all this shit. Rocky is done for that, primarily. Well, let me not say primarily, but just go with it. Done for that Italian American who thinks that the Italian stallion can do anything. So this big bad Russian comes in and kills his little black friend, who's obviously, let's be honest, in the Rocky sphere, Apollo's always been inferior to Rocky's heart. It doesn't matter if Apollo is physically more of a specimen. He's
dude. How would it have gone in the box office if Rocky had fought Apollo and Apollo beats him? Okay, you expect him to come back? They play the music. That's what I gotta do. Then he gets up and Apollo just look. And it's Rocky's face. Rocky just on the fucking whatever boxing mat, and the last scene is Apollo with his hands up in the air and credits. How would people react to
It'd be Rocky 1 and there'd be nothing after.
Like, I won. He fucks Adrian and Rocky's watching him. No, Adrian, don't fuck the nigga. Please don't. Adrian, stop.
Sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger right there when you said don't fuck the nigga.
Please don't fuck Apollo.
But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that I think in that universe, it's like the person who loved Rocky in the beginning was like, oh, Rock, go in there and kill him for killing your nigga friend. Like, who's not as strong as you are because you're the fucking Italian stallion. Go in there and get him, Rocco.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that feeds to that narrative, but I gotta, what I gotta say? When I saw the trailer, this sort of thing has already been done. The twilight years of Rocky Balboa. Maybe they acknowledge that, and they don't put him in the trailer as much as they could. They show him through the back end of the trailer, but
they want you to cheer. They want you to think that he's not going to come up. That's why.
No. But you remember
that's why.
The last one where he fought Antonio Tarver. This was like maybe 5-6 years ago. If that. In this movie, you saw Rocky at his lowest point. He's heading into he's what, in his like 60s or something like that. He's this restaurant owner who's a burden on the guests at the restaurant because he keeps telling them the same fucking glory stories that they don't want to hear anymore. So you've already seen him in this. I just hope that in this movie they approach it differently. They're probably going to make it less about Rocky, which is going to make me not want to watch it because there's nothing more you can tell me about Rocky. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing else you can tell me about Rocky that's going to fascinate me. That last movie, I've always been a sucker for Rocky movies. I always have, because I do really go in for that whole underdog, that feeling of like, one man against everything. I love that idea. And in the last movie, what they basically told you was, Rocky was a champion, Rocky did all this, but there's still something left inside of Rocky that he hasn't quite gotten out yet. There's something in there that he can't even explain himself, but he has to get it out. And I was fascinated by that idea.
What was it?
It was just all the anger and all the resentment that he had about Adrian. It's just everything. It was his life.
What anger about Adrian? She died?
Yeah, Adrian died at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, Adrian died at that point, and Rocky always felt like he
Did Apollo fuck her until she died?
Well, she did, because he told her not to fuck that nigger. She did it anyway.
I told her not to fuck it. He's at her fucking grave. Creed, in the movie Creed, is a 15-minute scene of him just punching her tombstone. I told you not to. I told you. Like he's hitting the meat in the freezer. I fucking told you.
Breaking his knuckles.
Please.
What did you think about the trailer?
I didn't watch Rocky. But you're referring to the trailer. I'm mildly interested. I like Michael B. Jordan. I think this is a boxing movie, and this, honestly, man, compared to that other fucking Christian Bale.
Did you just say this is a boxing movie? Is this also a podcast? Are you Dominic Robberon? Am I Tyler Durden?
Fuck you. Look, it's a boxing movie. We get these all the fucking time. Let me finish my point. This Christian Bale boxing movie, I'd rather watch that.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, fucking the other white guy. Are you sure it's Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's Christian Bale, dude.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal, you dick.
It's Christian Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's Jake Bale. Are you sure it's Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna look it up right now. You're gonna
lie. I want to look
IMDb's.
it up. I'm looking it up. What's the name of the movie?
Is it Everest? No, it's not. It's about his online college experience. Southpaw.
All right.
Jake Gyllenhaal goes to Everest College. He's straight up. He's got a movie.
All right, guys. I was right. It is not Jake Gyllenhaal. It is.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, I was right. It's Christian Bale, you guys.
It is. It's Christian Bale.
Oh, my girl Rachel McAdams is in there.
Okay. Anyway. Dominant's White Girls comment section. Okay. So, all right. So it's a boxing movie. It's. What else are they gonna do? I guess.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the better actor. I mean, Michael B. Jordan is great.
Some movies can surprise you, though. Some movies can. I mean, I was very surprised.
What more are they gonna give me?
What was
they
that?
Can't give me any more, dude. The boxing genre cannot give me any more, man. Warrior is the last.
That's what I was gonna mention.
Warrior
was.
But you know why? It's Tom Hardy.
It's because Nick Nolte was in that movie. That's what made that movie great.
Fuck you, no, it was Tom Hardy.
Nick Nolte
hating
made
his
that
dad
movie great.
and crushing.
Yeah, and his dad fucking being an alcoholic douche.
I guess.
That scene where he was like, when he's
drunk
like
as fuck?
drunk. Oh my god, that scene is it's so hard to watch.
Yeah, dude. Deadbeat dads. That's the only shit that'll bring me to tears in a fucking movie. That's the only shit.
What about white women being killed?
All right, that's first place.
That would be the first thing. And so also broken dicks just being scattered all over the place.
Adrian getting fucked by Apollo Creed. I cried. They don't fuck her to death, man. You can fuck her, but don't fuck her that hard, all right? I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. I don't know why his friend is in this scenario trying to tell him not to fuck her. It's like, hey, stop fucking.
So you would not go see this movie?
I don't want to. I don't really. I mean, the only reason I would go is to, I guess, see what Michael B. Jordan has in him. But here's what I'm going to say, okay? If Michael B. Jordan is a stock, I'm buying a lot of Michael B. Jordan stock, all right? Up front, he's doing this Fantastic Four. He's fucking around the Fruitvale Station, blah, blah. And
also in that superhero movie. What was the name of that one?
Fantastic Four.
No.
Fruitvale Station is the superhero movie. He plays superhero who gets killed.
Who gets shot by a cop. No,
yes.
No, the movie where it was him and his friends had superpowers.
Chronicle.
There you go.
He was good in that. He was him and Dane DeHaan in that movie. But I'm buying in early on him because I think he has the makings of a very good sort of Christian Bale, Jake Gyllenhaal type actor in the future. Like I think, but it's not now. Right now he's doing this stuff that you've seen already. But I'm waiting for that role from him, that role where it's like he's transformative and he's like really fucking out there, like some shit that we do not expect, like how McConaughey's Renaissance, that type of shit, like that True Detective type stuff, that like Dallas Buyers Club. I want to see Michael B. Jordan's Dallas Buyers Club. But anyway, bringing it back to Creed as a whole, I'm not expecting much, so I'm probably not going to watch it. I don't know. If I do, it's just to see what he can do in that performance. I don't care about the story. I'm done with Rocky. I'm done with him. What more is there?
I once said I was done with Rocky, but sometimes in life, you eat crow. This week, I dig Creed. Michael B. Jordan is just so attractive, and I don't have any problem admitting that because I'm comfortable in my sexuality.
D.respect, okay? Juana y Juana y Creed, okay? Juana y Creed, etuda ironing.
Mom, it's 2 a.m. It's...
okay?
Yeah, what is it? What do you want?
Mijo, Spotify y tuda. Okay.
Mom, I'm not with her anymore. It's been like 7 years. Yeah. Mom, I gotta go to. I gotta go to work. Mom, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't know how to tell you this, Mom. I don't want to talk to you. What was that?
That's what their fucking voices sound like when they get too fast. Like.